Today we're making a shooter that requires 2 superheroes, so get out 2 glasses for 1 person, because it's going to get wild.
And 4 boozes.
4 boozes.
3 boozes.
It's a gaggle of boozes. Welcome to Combat Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer. That is Ian Andrews, and we are making for you today Superman versus Batman shots.
Yeah, the movie's coming out, so we want to do something color themed.
Yep.
So for the Superman shot, we're going to layer...
You have to drink 2 shots, by the way.
Grenadine on the bottom, blue Curacao on top. We're using Senior Curacao's higher ABV, so it's more likely
That's
to float.
his pants and that's his shirt.
Yes.
You don't even wear your Superman shirt.
Damn it.
Anyway.
So this is going to go on the bottom. We're using 3/4 ounce of each of these.
Yep.
For the Batman shot, we're going to use 1 ounce of Kahlua and 1/2 ounce of galliano. The galliano will float on top of the Kahlua.
Yep.
And
reverse cowboy style.
Your Batman color is your black and your yellow.
Yeah.
So I'll do it.
Because of his belt and his other parts.
Yeah.
That are yellow.
Yeah, otherwise he'd just
That's
be all black and nobody would see
Symbol,
you.
right, is yellow.
Yes, the bat.
Yeah,
That's black. The symbol around the backdrop of the bat is yellow.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know.
It's like a yellow and then there's a black bat.
No, his outfit's black.
I know, but the symbol is yellow, but the bat itself is black.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up.
You Google that, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Batman.
So
I'm not a DC guy, so I don't know. I can't
what
say.
you're like covering up all the awesomeness.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I know. It wasn't really up for debate.
Whatever, it's still yellow.
I should probably save whatever I put here so Jennifer has it. We invented this shot on the fly based on colors. Now, typically, when people create silly themed drinks after movies and comics and whatever, they taste shitty because they go, oh, I like the colors. We're different because we're good bartenders. We're mixologists. We're the kings when it comes to flavor profiles in your face.
We like flavor profiles.
Right. We like the things that go in here on our tongue. So what we did here was you have both the Superman and the Batman. You drink the Batman first because that's your aperitif. That's your coffee and your Galliano blend. So you get your herbal and your coffee notes. Once you shoot that back and you're like, that was lovely. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to sweeten it up. This is your dessert with a little bit of a natural grenadine. Real grenadine, not that bullshit roses crap, that high fructose corn syrup. Fuck that shit. No, you're going to use real grenadine, but grenadine's going to sink because it's like sugar and pomegranate juice. Then you're going to layer on top of that blue Curacao. For this, I suggest you use Senior Curacao. They're not sponsoring this episode, but gosh darn it, I wish they were.
That's good Curacao.
The trick is with this Curacao, it's a little higher proofage. So I think we're talking, Ian knows this. What's the proofage? Oh, here it is.
37 or
31%. 31%, while it seems low for a liqueur, it's fairly significant. That's almost where you would get with the Baileys.
Blue Curacao, that's a little bit high.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at some of these other blue Curacaos, and they're kind of syrupy sweet, and they're, you know.
Here,
They may not
I'll
layer
set up
as
the
well.
shot.
Yeah, so.
And in this case, what you want is you need to go, and if you haven't already, watch our video on the gravitation, specific gravity, absolute gravity, because specific gravity, is it absolute same thing?
Nope.
Relative.
Relative.
Okay. Because that'll teach you that water is 0, alcohol is +1 or plus 0.01, and then all your sugars fall below that line. And what you want to do is make sure that something with more alcohol floats above things with more sugar. So the way you do that is you apply more alcohol to it. And you put the sugars on the bottom, it falls. If they're really close in gravity, they'll blend together and you'll end up with a purple in this case. But thankfully, we don't have to worry about taking 2 primary colors and making a secondary color out of it because of the layering.
What's that? A little bit about Batman?
The blending.
The blending is...
a little bit.
It will blend a little bit. The Galliano still floats barely on top.
Yeah.
The reason for that, though, is there's only 1/2 ounce of Galliano to the 1 ounce Kahlua. Even when you add 2 that are exactly the same height, the heavier one tends to get kind of compressed down a little bit, and the lighter one looks like there's more in there. Holy chaos, Batman. Did that work? Good?
Did what work?
I don't know, the shot.
I don't know. Did you want a different shot? I'll take
I
another
was just thinking...
Is that a phone booth over there?
Oh, Ian's going into the phone booth. Let's see how
take
fast
another
Ian
shot
can change.
together.
I see his nipples. Superman, have you ever seen
All
Superman's
4 of them?
nipples?
All 4 of them.
I could have worn my
That's why
Batman,
this is
fucking Batman Under Armour
shirt.
Shit.
Hand one over. Yeah, and you
Wow,
could have been
that's nice.
Batman versus Superman. You guys don't plan.
God damn it, Derek.
I didn't. I now know that I should have
You're
wore that
still wearing
shirt.
your only green shirt. Give me.
Ow.
St. Patrick's Day's done.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you have to keep celebrating. This is Hangover Day.
All right.
So you want to drink the
Batman
bitter one
before
first,
Superman.
right? Batman.
Yeah.
And then we have to figure out which one's better. That's part of the verses.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
So do we drink them really fast back to back, or do you pound one and then you
back to back.
You think
Back
about
to
the
back.
flavor?
It's versus.
Yeah.
They're gonna battle in your mouth.
Oh.
One bright day in the middle of
Okay,
the night,
leave
two
'em.
dead men get up to fight.
There you go.
Back to back, they faced each other.
Drew two
Swords and shot each other. Death
How do you
policeman heard
shoot
the noise and went to shoot the two dead boys.
Yes.
How do you shoot each other with swords?
Did you hear the whole
Did you?
rhyme?
Yeah. Did you not pay attention?
Eins, zwei, drei, Prost!
Okay. Oh God.
Jen got one Prost in, like Derek.
Oh, I'm getting. Oh. Woohoo!
Shots.
Woo!
Even that was a good one for me.
Ooh, that was syrupy.
Superman wins.
Batman finished first, but Superman wins.
Whoa. That's because Batman.
I kind of like the Batman, to be honest with you.
Batman-
Because Superman was too sweet.
Superman was super.
Batman finishes first because he's older. Oh wait, no,
Is he?
he's younger. That's why he finishes first.
Is he?
Yeah, because he doesn't have the experience to be able to last longer.
Okay.
That was an
That was a
ejaculation joke.
Yeah. Which one's faster? Superman, probably.
Right. Yeah, because he pump faster.
It's just faster. It's like a bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kills everybody.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it does.
I agree.
You need a steel reinforced uterus
Yeah.
for.
Yeah,
I will say
pretty hard
Galliano
to
and
reverse.
Kahlua is
They go well
quite
together.
nice
The
together.
Galliano.
Yeah,
No,
I kinda like that.
no. I'm with Ian on this one. I
Batman?
think the Batman was good because of the coffee and the Galliano.
I like it.
It was sweet. It was a little, because Kahlua is not a sour. It's not as bitter as coffee.
No.
But you're thinking, wow, that's pretty sweet. Then you put Curacao and Grenadine in your mouth, and they're like, nope, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So the idea of having the contrast was to kind of fit two different. You're looking at two different styles of drinker. Really, you've got the person who likes more of the coffee.
We're looking at one. The
bitterness.
guy who likes shots.
Yeah, we combine two types of people's palates together to make one college drinker.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Question of the day.
Comic book geek.
I got a question of the day right here. Was Superman's?
Ship faster than light.
I thought it said it was
had
Superman's
to be.
hip. What ship is Superman in?
When he was sent
When
as a
they came
baby.
down to Earth.
He doesn't remember that.
But I'm guessing it was faster than light because
Everything is.
He was what, maybe 2 or 3 years old when he landed,
So how's that fast on light?
but he was multiple light years away.
Yeah, but
Because there's nothing within a light year away.
you guys are so. You guys are.
I don't know how far away Krypton is, but I'm
Like,
just saying,
look.
it must be a couple
Yeah.
light years.
Let me tell you how. I'll tell you how Superman did this.
Okay.
See this mat?
Yep.
That's how many light years?
Are you gonna fold the space time?
They're actually right next to each other when you fold space time. So,
But
10
still,
light
he
years.
grew up in the ship, and he was still years old when.
Right,
so-
because as it's folding, that took 2 years to fold it, and then boom, and then you're there. Folding space. It's so much more
Okay,
optimized.
Mr. Hawking.
I've read all of his books.
makes sense,
It's
though.
so much faster to fold time than to
you
do
have a rant
that.
on Superman?
Like, who?
Superman rant?
Nah. Do you want me to come up with one?
Derek doesn't want.
Who would win in a fight, Superman or Batman?
Who
Go.
would win in a
Hey,
fight?
no, Dan is the one to get up there and rant about that.
Dan?
Yes.
He has
Why Dan?
opinions.
Listen, Superman's a douchebag. This is why. You know why Batman wins? Because he's a nice guy. He has a
Right,
butler.
Rich guy with
Right.
devices.
And he's got all kinds of tools. He understands that, come on, you are not fucking perfect. You can't have, like, you get shot by bullets and shit.
He
That's
is the
bullshit.
Imperfect man.
Armor. He's a normal human that figures out how to wear armor to be badass and get around and hide and shit. And he flies up on stuff. Like Spider-Man. That's
you-
fucking bullshit.
so you
Nobody
can
can
relate
shoot
to him.
webs. It's a relatable character. Superman, there's nothing. It's basically Star Trek. Right? You're like, oh, he's from space and that's fucking bullshit. That's not believable. I can totally believe a guy gets up in some fucking Iron Man shit, puts on his like little trinkets. You know what? You know what he's missing? He's missing a fucking tablet. That's what he needs.
Batman?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably integrated like Iron Man.
All right. No.
So you
yeah,
like Iron
but it's
Man,
old
wouldn't you?
school.
Do you like Iron Man?
Iron Man's new school though. That's like
but
what
he's
they're thinking
relatable
ahead.
just like Batman, right? Because he's technology.
Yeah, because he's technology. He's like the guy that created Tesla.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you're doing the
that's
wrong
what
rant. You should have done a high fructose corn syrup rant.
Fucking high fructose corn syrup. Let me tell you what. This is why you should buy actual Grenadine. This has what is known as pomegranates. You've heard of them?
I hear
It's a fucking fruit, right? You take pomegranates, you add sugar, and you get that.
Grenadine.
Right? It's grenadine. That's all it has to be. You don't need high fructose corn syrup. You don't have to be fucking $2 to make your product. People will pay money to buy real product. They do it on awesomedrinks.com, right? They go, hey, this is actually pretty expensive. It's like probably in $15-ish range for that bottle, right? If you go through that in one day, you're drinking too much sugar.
Yes.
Right? This, you should have real product because you can experience the flavors of a real product and stop buying the high fructose corn syrup. If you take the back, you look at the ingredient list. If it says HFCS, it's actually easier to say high fructose corn syrup.
They're rebranding high fructose corn syrup under another name to make it sound that it's
Are they really?
Yeah, I heard this.
They're like, oh, this shit's bad. Let's figure out how to fucking sneak it in there.
Bad, so let's change the name.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter. If you can't pronounce the ingredients on the back of a Grenadine bottle, put it down.
This has a citric acid, and that's a preservative.
That's preservative.
Right, but it's not hard to say. Citric acid's not new.
No.
Right? It exists in the wild. It's a thing. Here. There's probably some here if I
wild.
squeeze it, right?
It's ascorbic acid.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The other one is
And
next to
malic
it. It's too
acid.
far away.
I don't know what citric acid is.
Listen, you can get citric acid. It's a thing.
It is.
It's all a thing.
But you can get high fructose corn syrup, that's a thing.
No, it's not. You can't. Well, you can actually buy buckets of high fructose corn syrup, but it's not something you can make. You can't go and make high fructose corn syrup in your kitchen unless you know how to make meth, because it's probably made the same way.
I'll consult my friend Dr. Palmer on that. He's a pharmaceutical chemist. So
We're gonna consult.
It's the same. Is it the same way? It's like freebasing Red Bull. You don't do that either. But if you cook it off, maybe.
Next time you're skiing, ask Dante.
Here's something a teaser for an upcoming thing since our dedicated. Oh, it's only 12 minutes in.
that's all.
I got
It's a shooter.
a sous vide machine, right? That I gotta use to make something.
And that does what?
Sous vide. You know what it is?
I've heard it.
Okay, so it's basically a machine that it keeps the water at a specific temperature. So you take.
Oh, okay. It's a water bath.
Yeah. Okay, fine. It's a water bath.
No.
It doesn't sound nearly as good as sous
No,
vide.
it makes sense to me. If you say
But-
water bath, I understand.
So what I've been researching online, and this is going to be awesome, right? I got this machine. I have to review because I don't know why. Sometimes people don't pay you and they give you product instead, and they're like, "Hey, this is good enough." So my partner, Tastemade, the guys that manage our advertising for YouTube, said, "Here, I review this." Well, they asked me first, and I'm like, "That's cool, but I don't know how I can use it for cocktails." They're like, "Here's how you do it," and they already knew. Like they were ready for me, right? Because I was like, I am the asshole when it comes to sponsorships. I'm like, that doesn't have to pertain to my industry at all. And they're like, no, look, here it is. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. If you can sell it to me, I can sell it to them,
There's
right?
always a way.
There's got to be, you got to give me something. So what I want to do, and I saw online, is you can use the sous vide. You put a cocktail with bitters, not like cocktail bitters, but like actual product. Like say gin with elderflowers.
Okay.
Right, you put them in a Ziploc bag. And then for 2 hours, you put it in the sous vide machine, and it keeps the water bath at like 140 or whatever it has to be for temperature. Yeah. And it keeps it there for 2 hours and stabilizes it. You take it out, and it infuses all of the elderflower into the gin.
Okay,
so you're basically doing a moderately fast
Yeah,
infusion because it's not as fast as rapid. But now they had one out there for cherry. You get cherry bark. You get a couple other different types of flavorings type things, and you put them in there with bourbon. You can make a cherry bark bourbon. It's a Manhattan, but all you do is pour it and you're done.
I bet you.
I think that'd be cool.
Use that for his
Yeah.
infusions.
Who?
Warm.
Oh fuck no more pot infusions! God damn, it's high for 7 hours. None of that shit.
That was a rough day.
That was rough.
High for me and you were high for a lot longer than 7 hours.
Give me
7
that.
hours was
The
easy.
chin, not your belly button. I will this. If you guys haven't watched the episode, hopefully you have. I posted it because the Tails people let me post it. I'm hiding this, but this was the result.
That was nasty.
This is the result of what happens when you take your Wild Works American gin and you infuse it with cannabis. If you
cook the cannabis way too long.
Decarb the cannabis in the microwave for
we gotta see if we can filter it. And if you take a half ounce of this, you're gonna be fucking high as a kite for hours.
Yes.
Dangerous.
hours. So that's why it's under my sink.
Until Doug shows up.
It's for when Doug gets here. Because he can handle that shit. We are newbies.
We are noobs.
Lightweights.
Lightweights. So there you go. We did our question. Did we ask a question? Don't talk about high fructose corn
I think
syrup is
so.
cheaper. Fuck cheap. Buy good stuff.
Cheaper and sweeter.
So you have your question today. Tell me what you think of high fructose corn syrup. That's another one.
Sure.
Other than that, hopefully you enjoyed the shooter. We're done. This is what happens. This is how you get around
New Orleans.
sweating. You put a you absorption.
Absorption.
Anyway.
He's absorbing, man.
What's Sunday? YouTube! You should subscribe to the show right
Yes.
now. If you're not a subscriber and you're like, what the fuck is this? Hit the subscribe button.
Driving to 100,000 this year. 100,000 subscribers.
100,000 subscribers by
That's
the end
the
of the
goal.
year. We need you to share, like, and subscribe. Do it now. We're done. We're teaching you how to drink. Smooth.
It's
You get. I'm getting
it's a little bit
lingering
dry because of the
fortified wine.
because of the dry vermouth. It's really dry at the end of it.
Yep.
The orange juice sweetens it up
Right
a
at
little
the
bit,
beginning.
but it's like not. It doesn't burn a lot. It's really smooth on your tongue.